Hello, I'm Maker 410 and welcome to my channel where I focus on 3-inch revolvers and firearms chambered in the 410 bore shot shell. Let's check out today's video.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. In today's video, we're going to cover 44 Magnum for the first time on the channel. Over the winter, a friend of mine had excellent performance of some 240 grain semi-jacketed hollow point 44 Magnum ammo that he loaded himself and used to hunt deer out of his Henry 44 Magnum lever action. Which exact model, I'm not certain. But the performance was so good that he was curious what kind of performance we would see out of it out of the 3-inch Smith & Wesson 629 Deluxe. I figured at the same time it would be fun to test it out against some Barnes Vor-Tx 44 Magnum 225 grain XPB hollow point with a muzzle velocity of 1,300 feet per second. We'll see what we get. We'll test it in the clay. We'll test it in ballistics gel, which because of the light rain I have under cover right now. And we'll also use the chronograph. All right. So I think this is going to be a fun one. It's the first time I've tested any hand loads on the channel. First time I've shot any hand loads in general. And so I'll be really curious to see how they do. We only have 5, so we'll have to be careful with them. And then it'll also be interesting to see how the Barnes Vor-Tx does. It's the first time I've shot any sort of non-solid 44 Magnum ammunition. Non-solid point. And again, we'll test them out of this guy right here, which will be the first time I've shot it with the new Hogue grips on it. So I'm really excited all around to see how well this performs. Give me a moment, guys. I'll bring you in close on the ammo. Right here, we have the 240 grain semi-jacketed hollow points that my friend loaded. And here we have the 225 grain XPB hollow points, and we'll see how they do. They look significantly different. I hope to get significantly different results. Okay, folks, we've got the Barnes Vor-Tx 225 grain XPBs loaded. Let's see what kind of kick we get. Woo! 1175.8. That was a hefty kick, but I got to admit, the Hogue grips did their job. 1133.5. And 1120.3 for an average of 1142.5, which kind of spicy, but not unmanageable. I'm very impressed with that. All right, so these are the 240 grain semi-jacketed hollow points. I'm very curious to see how they perform. Whew, 1176. 1163.7. I think I actually missed with that one. Whew. And 1169.8. Those have a lot more felt recoil. I don't know on the numbers how much more foot-pounds they'll be because they're 15 grains heavier and going about the same speed. Our average is 1169.8, but I definitely felt those more. All right, if you'll give me a moment, everybody, I'm going to get us set up for the ballistics gel. Okay, everybody, so I'm shooting these pretty close because this is out of a revolver. You guys know I shoot the gel close. We're going to try the Barnes Vor-Tx here, and we're going to try my buddy's 240 grain semi-jacket hollow points here. Yeah, the gel is already used. This is the last use of last year's gel that we're going to do. It's got some 32s and 38s in it from another video. But those are mostly on the backside. I'll be curious to see how far these Magnums go. Whew. All right. And our second shot. Whew. So this is pretty fascinating, everybody. Let me zoom out here. So, both bullets stayed in the first block, which is great. This is the Barnes Vor-Tx. Made it right to the end of the block, so that's about 16 inches of penetration. It did turn around, and it has expanded nicely, it looks like. Over here, we have my buddy's 240 grain semi-jacketed hollow points. We'll get exact measurements on that, but that's probably somewhere between high 14 and 15 inches. It also turned around and it flattened out. All right, we'll get a better look at those at the end of the video, but I think those performances looked really good. All right, let's move on to the clay. Okay, everybody. I'm not quite sure how big a hole the 44 Magnum hollow points are going to do on the clay here. It's been kept at 42 degrees all winter long. And we're going to aim the Barnes at the top, and then we'll aim the 240 grain hand loads at the bottom there. Just that may change depending upon what kind of damage we get out of the Barnes. Okay, folks, there's our Barnes 240 grain, clean, big fat ice picky hole. And there is the semi-jacketed hollow point 240 grain, a much bigger hole with lead in it. Both look like they were captured by the clay, but the Barnes looks like it's pretty deep in there, whereas the semi-jacketed hollow point didn't really make any penetration in the second brick at all. So if the copper survived, it's in there and we'll have to dig it out. So really quickly, I just wanted to say that I'm impressed with the performance on both. These clay bricks are pretty susceptible to winter temperatures, and it's a little bit cold out here. So even though they were kept at 42, it's less than 42, even though it's raining. So they're pretty solid right now. I'm not going to really use much clay testing in winter months going forward. I'm going to try to keep all the clay testing to like above 40 degrees. Anyway, yeah, it's very interesting to see the kind of performance from a 44 Magnum semi-jacketed hollow point, how it does in clay and gel, when I know that it was a fantastic deer round for this season for my buddy at sub 50 yards kind of a thing. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys had a good time with that video. I had a great time shooting it, and I'm looking forward to getting many more videos up and going for everybody. Have a great one. Bye.